I cannot stop. Stop. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Corin, also known as the Kitten Choreographer, and I'm a teen with a passion for animal rescue and, in particular, kitten rescue. Sorry if my hand is shaky. If you watched my vlog, you will know that I lost my tripod, which means I'm holding my vlogging camera with just my hands. I'm like resting it on the door of a kennel right now. But basically this is just going to be a really chill video where I show you my new foster kittens, which you probably hear in the background, and also just go through their backstories and their names and all of that. We are in my garage because that's where they're staying. Just so you know, I've mentioned this many times before, but I just feel the need to clarify that my garage is insulated, and that means like it stays the temperature that we want it to. It doesn't like fluctuate a lot between seasons, so even though we're going into the cooler months, they will still be perfectly warm and cozy. There's one other thing I want to mention. So before I show the kittens, they're in this little kennel right now and the babies are down below. I'll show you in just a second. But I wanted to really explain why the kittens are in this kennel. Sorry, I'm out of focus. Hello. And the reasoning for this is that I personally would have loved for them to go to a place where they'd have more area. But the thing is, basically with one of the rescues I work with, they pull animals from a high-kill shelter in rural Kentucky, several of them actually, but one specifically they do most of their work with. And if fosters don't step up to take these cats, they are euthanized, unfortunately. And basically there was no one else to step up to take her. Some other people stepped up to take some of the other ones. With this group, there was no one else that could take them. So that meant that if I didn't take them, they would be euthanized. And I don't really love the fact that she's in a kennel like this and not in a full room, but her other option was death. So it was either death or this kennel, which is clean, which is dry, where she has clean water and fresh food, where her babies are safe, where people are there for her if she has any medical concerns, and they're there for her babies as well. And then she'll be fixed and sent off to a loving forever home where she will spend the rest of her life. And we don't know her exact age. She was classified as an adult, so that means she is not like under 2, but she's not old. So she will definitely have a really long life with someone that absolutely adores her, and so she'll be happy forever. So I think just a little bit in a little kennel where she's still, you know, safe and all of that is a lot better than her being euthanized. So I do understand it is not the absolute best situation ever, but I have other kittens in my other kitten rooms, so this is where she's at right now. So I'm sure you're wanting to see them. So right now I have a mom, and just take a moment and guess. Think about like biggest litters, like big litters. Just think about kittens. She's got 7 kittens, which is so many, I know. So there's Mama with her babies, and there's one baby sitting right there looking kind of funny. Sorry about the shadow, I can't really help that, but look at this baby. He's so funny. So you can see there's some babies nursing right now. So before I share their names with you, if you follow me on Instagram, you will already know their names, but I'm just gonna share with you their story first because they've got kind of a funny story. So this rescue that I work with was gonna pull a bunch of cats from this shelter that's high kill. So basically a bunch of cats that were on the youth list, they were gonna pull and get into fosters so they could then be adopted and live happily forever for the rest of their lives in a forever home. At first, you know, they asked for a bunch of fosters for different things, and I knew I'd kind of have a decent setup for a mom with young babies. Also, they'll be moving into a slightly bigger space once they get out of this box, so they're not gonna be stuck in just this forever. I'm trying to figure something out for when they get a bit older. Yes, so I thought I had a good space for a mom with younger babies, and so I told them that, and they were like, well, we have this pregnant cat that you'd be great for. Hi, bud. What? Hi. And they're like, yeah, we have this pregnant cat that you'd be great with. And so, you know, I'm like, okay, well, we'll set up to get her in a few days. And then, well, they get back to me and they're like, actually, that cat was not pregnant. The shelter said she was, but once we got her into our care, we took her to the vet and she was just fat. So that kitty was not pregnant, and so we decided I wasn't going to take her because one cat that's not pregnant, she's easier to place than a pregnant cat. So then they were like, well, we have this mom with 5 kittens that you can take instead. So I'm like, okay, mom with 5 kittens. They were gonna be about a week old when I took them, so I was like, yeah, sounds good. Well, then they get said Mama, which happens to be here, and they're like, so the shelter miscounted, and there's actually 7 kittens. I don't know how the shelter did that exactly. They must have stopped counting, and then she had 2 more, and then, you know, the piles upon piles of kittens kind of blurred into one. What are you doing, sir? You a silly little boy. You silly? I think he's milk drunk. He's been drinking a lot recently. What you doing, buddy? You silly boy? I don't know if you can hear the baby kitten purrs. They're really cute. I don't know if you can hear it. They're cute though. So I ended up getting this mama with 7 babies, and I have wanted a litter of 7 for a while. Not necessarily because of the amount of kittens, but because it's really fun to have litters of 7. It seems like there are a lot of great name themes that you need 7 to do, which isn't very common. A litter of 7 is quite a big litter and not very common. That I would do Snow White and the 7 Dwarves because I thought that would be a cute name. Of course, I know the Snow White movie is problematic, along with a lot of the other Disney movies. You know, I don't really like that it stands for a 14-year-old girl, you know, waiting for a savior and all that, but the names are really cute. Oh my goodness. What are you doing, silly? You don't like your mom's paw being near you? So I was like, you know what, we'll do the name theme because it's really cute. So we have Mama Snow White back there as the mama, and I cannot exactly show you all the babies right now because they're nursing, but I'll point out the ones I can, and you know, I'll see if I can pop pictures on the screen or something. So right here, the one that's just sleeping, this is a boy and this is Sneezy. I know Sneezy's not the ideal name for a kitten, but you know, I went with the name, so I did it. This gray and white one here is Grumpy. He's kicking at me. He doesn't want to be pet. Doesn't want to be interfered with. This kind of brown, she also has white on her. You can't really see it there. She's Bashful. So there are only 2 girls in the litter, and it's the brown and white one there, and we have a Calico. So that little Calico rump you can see right there, that's Dopey. On top of that, the dilute orange and white, that is Doc. Then the solid orange is Happy. And then, well, I don't know where Sleepy is. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Sleepy's kind of burrowed under here somewhere. But Sleepy basically looks like Sneezy, but he has a solid orange back. So their faces are pretty much identical. Well, he's not eating right now, so I can just say hello to him. He does not want me to say hello to him. Okay, okay. And the funny thing is he was screaming so loud. Snow White doesn't usually care if I hold the babies, but he was just making such a fuss. Goodness. Goodness. I promise I wasn't hurting him. He was just being loud. One of the things that is so funny about kittens in a big litter with a mom is that they fight for milk a lot, and it's really cute to watch them. Because these kittens are probably about a week and a half of age now, maybe they're a little bit younger. Oh, you have 2 eyeballs. Those eyeballs weren't open this morning. Hi, Bashful. Okay, I'll put you down. So these guys are about a week and a half now, the babies. And it's really funny because they're at the age where they can't really do much. That's why they're in a box, because they can't really do much. They can't really go far. But what can take them places and keep them alive is instinct. And that instinct, little baby kittens have about 2 instincts, and those are wiggle toward warmth and wiggle toward food. Well, they have a heating pad underneath here. You can see the cord. It's only covering half the box, so they can wiggle away from it if they need it. But they also love to wiggle toward food. And Snow White is an amazing mama. I can't believe she's been feeding these 7 babies all by herself. I was fully expecting when I agreed to take them that I would have to supplement feed because of the amount of babies. Like, how is one cat supposed to feed that many babies? But she's been feeding them and they've been doing great despite the fact that she has so many. She's such a good mama, and she's also just a really sweet cat. Oh, I don't know if I caught that on camera, but that was a really cute yawn, Doc. She's just such a sweet girl. And she's a great mom. She's just a very sweet cat. She likes belly rubs, she likes to purr, she's even licked me a couple times. She's such a sweet girl, and I feel so bad that she's lived most of her life on the streets up until now, but she's gonna be happy. She's gonna be happy now, and we'll get her spayed once her babies are weaned and adopted, so she'll never have any more babies, and she'll live the rest of her life in an indoor home. Oh, you gonna clean Bashful. That's so sweet. You being a good mommy? Even though her babies pretty much have to annoy her. Fortunately, this carrier has like levels, and so I put her food up here. She gets to it fine. And then I also have this little blanket for her, and she does like to frequent up here if she is tired of her babies and she's already fed them and she just wants to get away. So she's got plenty of room for that. I also have a litter box right here. But she's such a good mama, and honestly, it's so hilarious to watch these babies eat because I don't think I ever finished my point there, but they will argue and fight for a nipple, and I'm pretty sure she has 8. I haven't exactly been able to fully look yet because whenever she's laid down like this, it's in opened this box, and so she immediately has babies all over her. So I haven't exactly been able to count her nipples. You know, most cats have 8, some have a few less or a few more though. Most cats have 8, some have 6, some have, you know, 10 or whatever. That's pretty rare. But I think she has 8, but I'm not sure. So they technically all should have a spot, but they just fight a lot over their spots on the nipple. Oh, you cleaning bashful. I feel like she's fully a mama's girl. She likes to snuggle up to her mama. And honestly, Dopey is too. We have 2 mama's girls in this litter. But imagine having like 2 girls and then 5 brothers. Jeez, that's a lot of brothers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot stop. Are you seeing this? Well, duh, you are. But that is, oh my goodness, that is the cutest thing ever. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I'm sorry for freaking out about over this. You think I'd, you know, be pretty immune to kitten cuteness at this point after having seen so many, but I'm definitely not. Kittens are the cutest thing in the world. I cannot. Look at Dopey, y'all. Oh, she moved. But honestly, I've taken so many videos of these guys because they're just so funny when they eat and stuff. I've been posting a lot of my Instagram stories about them, just, you know, their routines, their eating, and I post a lot on Instagram. So if you don't follow me over there at the Kitten Choreographer, also linked below, you should follow me because there's a lot of kitten cuteness over there. But if you don't have Instagram, that's okay as well. That's why I've been trying to show more kitten content on my YouTube, because I know some people don't have it, and that's okay. I'm also on Facebook though. I have a Facebook page called the Kitten Choreographer. You are so cute. You cute mama. I noticed she has a very interesting face shape. Like, her face is rather thin. I think she could have, you know, a little bit of one of those breeds with a thinner face. Oh, we've got a milk fight. Okay, that's actually a pretty tame one. They're just arguing. Oh, it got untamed. Oh my. Oh my. And mama doesn't care. It's not her job to care, apparently. But I do think she might have one of those, like, a breeds in her that has like a little bit of a thinner face, like a Siamese, or do Abyssinians have thinner faces? I'm not sure. I don't know too terribly much about cat breeds because I love mixed breeds. But I also can see she's a very big boned cat. Like, she will be quite a large cat, but she's pretty skinny. Like, I can feel her ribs and her spine, and that probably is, I've noticed pretty much all of the mamas I've gotten are pretty skinny when I get them, and that's because they've been living on the streets, and now of course they have babies to take care of, and so it's gonna be really hard for her to gain any more weight while she's feeding 7 kittens. But once she's fed them all and is done weaning, she'll be able to finally focus on like taking care of herself and gaining back to a healthy weight for her. And I am wondering if her face will fatten up a little bit once she's not as skinny. I do think her bones are a little bit, yeah, they're a little bit skinny. Yeah, I think she does have a thinner face naturally, but I do think it might fatten up a little bit once she's gained some weight back. I'm laughing at Bashful. What are you doing, baby? You just climbed over your mama and your siblings. You silly girl. But yeah, basically I just wanted to show you all of this cuteness, and surprisingly they're pretty calm while nursing now. I go in and, you know, she's nursing a lot because she's got a lot of babies. You know, if I was bottle feeding them, I'd be bottle feeding them every, you know, 2 to 3 hours. And yeah, I know she's going in there a lot and feeding them. And though I'm not in here all the time, I do know that she's feeding them and that they're growing because I weigh them, and it's always super important to weigh baby kittens, especially if you aren't the one directly feeding them, because you don't know how much they're eating even if you think you have some idea. They're all gaining weight well. And they're being good babies. One day you'll like me, I hope. One day you won't be screaming when I pick you up. And that is just what happens with baby kittens, especially if they have a mom. They don't really like humans yet. They will one day, I'm sure. But yeah, they don't really like them quite yet. So yeah, this video is definitely chiller. It's not super informative, but I just know if you're on my channel, you probably like cats. If you don't, what are you even doing here? Because this channel is all about cats, or mostly about cats. Yes, just showing off cuteness. I know this isn't the absolute cutest video clips I've taken, so at the end of this video I will show some really cute video clips. Some of them will be vertical because I did take them vertically on my phone, but I definitely want to show you some of those clips because they're so adorable. And I even have a really weird one of, I think it's, oh, kind of like this. So kitten nursing is actually really weird if you look at it from a certain angle. Oh, of course you're not gonna do it now. Ooh, there's some good nursing footage. Their thing is kind of weird from this angle. I have an even weirder one that I can play in just a second. It's really interesting to watch, but it's also kind of weird to watch their tongues like latch around the nipple. These guys are just adorable though. It's like, I love baby kittens. And while I generally don't foster moms with babies as much as bottle babies, just because there are more people willing to foster moms with babies than bottle babies, so I foster bottle babies a lot, I am glad to have, you know, a mom with babies right now. It's good for me to, you know, take a break from bottle babies, not be up all the time, but still be able to foster littles because I love fostering the little beans. It's so much fun. But yes, I think that's about all I'm going to show at this moment. But I'm just going to roll into pretty much every cute clip I have on my phone of these guys that I think is worth sharing. So we'll go right to that and then we'll be back for an outro. Okay, so I could show my face. That would technically be the most professional, but I don't feel like it. So we're gonna show Snow White's face instead. She does not look really happy to have her face shown. Do you have resting grumpy face? But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more kitten related content. Also, if you like this type of kitten related video where it's just more laid back and I'm just showing off kittens, definitely let me know because these are actually pretty easy for me to make, and if you like seeing them, I definitely want to make more of them. So yes, let me know about that. I upload on Sundays and on Wednesdays if I can, and if I can't, then I upload whenever I want to. Also, please make sure to leave any thoughts or questions that you have down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching again, and goodbye!